McNeese game. I mean, it's kind of like the start of the season. You know, we're still trying to find ourselves, and so the inconsistency of quarters. You know, I kind of like the quarter system where we're playing the 4 quarters because there's a measurement that we utilize as coaches. But you know, we seem to be playing a couple of good quarters. I can't tell you which one. Most of the time, the first quarter is usually pretty slow, and then second and third quarter we seem to play a little bit better. And McNeese game was no different. I thought, you know, we started real slow, and then we got going. Sometimes the press is what gets us going, but offensively we've been a little bit inconsistent. The shooting and stuff, especially the free throw shooting, and it was no different in the Southeastern game. I think we struggled somewhat. The first quarter, I think we shot like 20-something, 21, 22% from the field, and all of a sudden 50% the second quarter, and it continued to get better, you know. And I thought Brandi Williams played extremely well. She, you know, was close to a double-double. She had 25 and 9, and I didn't really notice how many assists she had, but I thought she played a really, really good game defensively too. So, you know, that was pretty big. You know, Ty's Doucette's pretty healthy, and I think that's helping our squad. And, you know, against McNeese, I think we had 11 people score. So we're getting more people involved. It's just as you're doing that, the chemistry is not perfect, you know, and I think there's some mistakes out there, and I think that may be some of the inconsistency that we have in our game right now. But I think by playing them, we're going to continue to get better. Questions?
Yesterday, you were in the bonus really early, both the third and the fourth quarters. Do you say anything to them, or actually say
over
think of all the whole draw fouls
over and over? You know, with this hand check, 2-check thing, if you just give up the ball, you never get that. So we're running some dribble drive stuff. So we want them. You know, it's kind of different in high school. It's hard for the young kids to understand. There's no 5-second call. You know, so you can dribble as long as you want. So, yeah, you take it from one, when you reverse the ball from one side of the court to the other, you're going to get some fouls. I mean, especially with the hand check rules the way it is now. So, we do. When we get to the third foul, we start preaching, man, we need 2 more. Be aggressive. And it usually kind of works out, you know, that you get to 5 fouls and you're shooting 2. That's a big bonus.
How close, we kind of mentioned this a little bit yesterday, how close is Brandi to having a number 1 scorer mentality, or is she not really there yet? And do you want her to be there?
I don't know, Kevin. You as far as her ability, she's there. She's got all the ability to do it. I mean, she can shoot. I mean, I think I told you that yesterday. She's one of the only kids that's come into UL that we haven't changed her shot. I don't like some of it, but it goes in, so you don't mess with success, you know. And I mean, I see it every day in practice. She practices really, really hard, but she can really shoot the ball, and she can really defend, which is hard to kind of find. But yeah, I mean, I think she has all the ability to be that player, you know. I mean, I know she was freshman of the year last year. She broke Kim Perrot's record, which is a pretty big thing, you know. Kim Perrot is Miss UL, you know. And so to see her do that last year and not really get the recognition that I thought she deserved from doing that, I think she can, you know, matter of fact, I know she can be the number 1 scorer on our team. You know, it's going to be a mental thing. You know, she's got to try to get mentally a little bit stronger. She's still just a sophomore, so I think that'll come. But I think you asked that question to her yesterday, and I was kind of impressed on how she kind of smiled and was like, you know, this thing might be happening. So thanks for that, man. That was good.
So as far as this next opponent, what is that? What kind of matchup?
Well, UNO, I mean, they have a hybrid that's pretty good, kind of like Ty, you know, that's scoring for them, and they're coming off one of a big victory over Ole Miss, you know, which is, you know, they go to Ole Miss and they surprise Ole Miss. So I mean, and that's their last game they play, so they're flying high right now. So it's going to be a tough game, you know. Their guard play is always pretty good, and they usually rely on their guard play for offense. But this hybrid is, you know, she's scoring, and it may cause us a little bit of problem. So, I mean, I'm kind of excited about going there. I always like to go to UNO because the tournament was always held there. So you get a chance to play in, you know, in the arena that you possibly would have played in. And, I mean, I know this year it's a little different, but, you know, it's always a good place to go. And it's always pretty competitive. You know, the last time we played them was here in the tournament, you know. So, or the WNIT we played them in. So that was the last time we played them. So it'll be good to get that rivalry going again.
So are you at the point where you could, in some matchups, where you can, instead of as a kind of okay, we're off to a slow start, let's press, try to press more consistently through the game, or that just depends on who the matchup is?
Yeah, I think a lot of it depends on the matchup. Like McNeese, we started off the game pressing to try to get ourselves going and all that. And I thought we created some turnovers and all that. But then at the same time, our transition game wasn't as good. You know, I mean, that's why I think we were pretty slow on scoring. So it kind of took away from what we're doing. So going into the Southeastern game, we didn't start pressing until the third quarter, you know. And I thought it was very effective at that time because it got us going, you know. Actually, it got us some scores too. So I think it's going to depend on the matchup a lot of times, you know. If it would be left up to me, you know, because I got some other coaches on my staff that, you know, we have a defensive coordinator, I have an offensive coordinator. If it'd be up to me, I'd press the whole game and probably mess it up. I mean, it would probably be too much, but because I just love doing it, you know. I think it's the way to play, you know. If you're going to play small ball, you got to do it. But, you know, Coach Deacon and them do a pretty good job of kind of controlling me from that.